we just got here to Tropicana Field, and as you can see, the roof right now is in tatters. There's fire burning in the grass just to the side of this home. But CAL FIRE says that they will have 400 personnel working through the night. You wouldn't believe that we saw some sunshine even 3-4 hours ago. Are you communicating with their families? Because there are some folks here who say they don't know what's going on. People have heard the expression fighting fire with fire.
Yes.
That's what you're doing here in a sense.
Yep.
Did you pray for his return?
Oh, all the time.
And Gabriel, I know you've been speaking with state officials who are prepared to take action and respond in the case of an emergency here. So all of this is happening under the shadow of those wildfires that devastated Los Angeles. It's had a huge impact on the entertainment industry.
We saw an intense exchange between this young woman and fire officials. She says that her boyfriend was working at the fireworks facility, his first day on the job, just as they were about to embark on a new chapter in life together. The site of the explosion still smoldering in the distance. Desperation behind the caution tape almost a mile away.
Sorry. He had a baby on the way.
In the midst of a media scrum, Siana Ruiz is in search of answers. Her boyfriend, 18-year-old Jesus Manceses Ramos, one of the 7 people still missing, and the father of her unborn child.
He saw it as a new chapter in our life. He was excited.
Ruiz says it was his first day on the job, a short-term fireworks gig, alongside his brothers Johnny Ramos and Junior Melendez, both in their 20s, both also still missing. Hours after the explosion shook homes and triggered evacuations, as fire crews had to hold back for their own safety, Siana pressed officials on the perimeter.
If anybody had even tried saving them anything, nothing.
So we sought answers for her. Are you communicating with their families? Because there are some folks here who say they don't know what's going on.
There has been communication with family, and I understand that it's not the communication that everybody would probably want to hear. But again, we are doing our best with the information that we have.
Still not satisfied, Siana took matters into her own hands.
3 people that we've been focusing on. We were here since yesterday and have yet to receive any information, have yet to see any efforts, and have yet to see anybody go to try and find anybody at all.
The reason we have not been on site to do that is because the danger presented.
Okay, but you guys are supposed to protect us from danger, and you guys are supposed to deal with the danger.
Siana said her piece and walked away, holding on to hope under the weight of her worry.
They were all 3 incredible men who had so much coming for them, and I'm just praying to God some way, somehow, that they're okay.
An ominous-looking fire sends smoke into the Solano County sky. CAL FIRE crews aren't just working it, they started it. This CAL FIRE crew is lighting this fire intentionally with what's called a drip torch. It's 2 parts diesel, 1 part gas, creating a low-intensity fire that they can manage before the heat of summer. This prescribed fire strategically burning the dry grass and other vegetation spanning more than 80 acres between Fairfield and Vacaville, removing fuel before wildfire season peaks, all under the watchful eye of CAL FIRE hand crews and Battalion Chief Robert Wetstein. People have heard the expression fighting fire with fire.
Yes.
That's what you're doing here in a sense.
Yeah, so fighting fire with fire is a great tool in our arsenal as firefighters.
Wetstein knows this land and this threat personally. He grew up near Lake Berryessa and responded to the devastating 2020 LNU complex fire, which burned more than 360,000 acres, destroyed nearly 1,500 structures, and killed 6 people.
Very devastating, especially when you have a fire burn in your backyard in your hometown and your community members are impacted. It's definitely hard to see because we take a lot of pride in the community that we serve.
That firsthand experience drives his approach to fire prevention.
This is an ideal spot, ideal location where we can really do some good for the community and burn this on our terms rather than try to fight it later on.
As CAL FIRE shifts toward more proactive strategies, the state of California aims to expand the use of prescribed fire to 400,000 acres a year by 2025. Up dramatically from recent years, and part of a broader effort to adapt to a changing climate.
What I can say is that we've been to a lot more fires, more devastating fires in the last 10 to 15 years. Fires are growing more quickly and they're harder to suppress.
And for Wetstein, that makes burns like this, done on firefighters' terms, all the more important.
This is exactly what we want for the burn itself.
In Solano County, Luke Cleary, ABC 10. For more than 7 decades, a family waited for answers after a 17-year-old from Woodland went missing during one of the deadliest battles of the Korean War in 1950. Next month, he's finally coming home. I sat down with his sister, now in her 80s, as she reflects on the heartbreak, the hope, and the moment she finally got the call. It was December 1950. One of the Korean War's most infamous battles took place at the Chosin Reservoir among the frozen mountains of North Korea. Chinese troops surrounded American forces, including 17-year-old Army Corporal Albert Estrada of Woodland. He never came home.
He was just a really good brother. He looked after us.
And for more than 70 years, his sister, Ruth Tucker, never stopped wondering what happened, never stopped praying. Did you pray for his return?
Oh, all the time, all the time. And my mom lit a candle, a votive candle, and kept it burning for him.
Her mother got a telegram from the Army.
I almost know it by heart. And the telegram just said he was reported missing in action. And we will continue to look for him, and we will be notified.
3 years later, the Army told them Albert was presumed dead. And so began several more decades of waiting until... Freeze it! Oh! In 2018, a diplomatic breakthrough. North Korea returned 55 boxes of remains to the United States. Did you believe that Albert might be among those boxes?
I did. I thought, okay, they're going to find him.
But the wait continued. Another 7 years until a call from the Department of Defense. What was that moment like for you?
When they called, he said, "Are you sitting down?" "Yes." "Are you alone?" "Yes." And I knew what he was going to say. He said, "I have good news for you." He said, "We have found your brother's remains and we have identified him through DNA." And I was just shaking and started crying. And he said, "We're going to bring him home." And it was just like words I never thought I'd hear.
Next month, Albert's remains will return to Woodland. His family will bury him at the cemetery next to his mother. A prayer answered, and one of America's sons finally comes home.
Mom waited and waited all those years, and thank goodness, you know. I do believe that they're together, so that helps us.
In Woodland, Luke Cleary, ABC 10. It's been 2 years since Jamie Groshong's life changed forever, but some things haven't changed.
Ooh, push-ups kill me.
His commitment to his body, for one thing.
Some people call it therapy, I don't know.
He's still close with all his old friends, sharing fond memories of a stellar high school baseball career.
It's super fun. Just that satisfaction you get from hitting a line, driving a gap, making a crazy play up the middle or something at short.
But weeks after graduating, on the 4th of July, 2023, life suddenly changed.
I could have died. It could have been a lot worse.
A tough lesson learned.
What I learned, it's you shouldn't have to have somebody learn the hard way to learn it.
An illegal firework exploded in his right hand, his throwing hand. He hopes sharing his story now will make others think twice this holiday weekend.
I don't want to see somebody else's dream get crushed due to a freak accident or something.
His dream of playing baseball at San Diego State had to change.
You guys coming down to visit me in San Diego or what?
And after 2 years of junior college, he's heading there now to study econ.
Hopefully get a big boy job right after that. Wherever that takes me, God knows.
He's also learned that even after a big mistake, life can still throw you a second chance.
It's crazy. There's sensors, they're all like, you can see it's pretty.
To know just because life has changed, even a lot,
Oh. There we go. There we go. Just like that. I'm back.
It doesn't mean it's over.
There we go. That's crazy. I can't believe I can do that. It's all carbon fiber, so I mean, it's rock solid. A punch would hurt really bad.
He can really do anything, and like as friends of his, it's really inspiring to see him keep going.
The accident shaped my friends, which shaped me. Kind of shaped my whole life in a way.
Shaped him, changed him, but didn't stop him. In Fair Oaks, Luke Cleary, ABC 10.
There we go. There we go. Just like that. I'm back. There we go. There we go. That's crazy. I can't believe I can do that.